How many here, by a show of hands, smoke or have smoked a cigarette in the last 30 days? Those of you with your hands up are still feeling the effects of cigarettes. And those of you who didn't raise your hand and you don't smoke are affected by the smokers also. I will explain. For this speech, I want the smokers on this side and the non-smokers on this side.
Damn it. What if we just recently quit?
I'm all right now.
Fucking fine.
I fuck I'm high, man. 30 days.
Over 443,000 Americans die because of smoking cigarettes each year. 50,000 of those are from secondhand smoking. So all you guys, just kill these guys. All right? Smokers, you know that smoking is bad for your health, costs you money, and it's a filthy habit. But yet you all smoke anyway. Some smokers believe that smoking is a good stress release. But most of the time, these are the people who are the most stressed out. Sometimes these people are even stressed out because they don't have a cigarette, in which case the solution becomes the problem. Stress is not a headache. You cannot take your daily dosage of nicotine to get rid of it. Stress is a reaction to something that involves you. You have a heavy workload at work, or someone's on your case about something. That creates stress. And cigarettes, it's not going to get rid of any of that. It's not going to lighten your workload. It's not going to get someone off your case about anything. You can argue that nicotine will release your stress temporarily. You can argue that. But that's a temporary fix that causes a permanent problem. And imagine how stressed you're going to be if you have to undergo therapy. Now think about what you do when you smoke a cigarette. Usually, you leave a stressed environment and go outside to smoke a cigarette. That's usually what we do when we smoke a cigarette. Now take the smoking part away and leave the stressed environment and go outside for the fresh air. I guarantee you that will release some stress too. You don't need a cigarette. Leaving a stressed environment, automatically going to release some stress. Getting some fresh air, you're going to feel a lot better. The problem with that is, we all know, at work, if you're outside smoking, you're at least doing something. You're taking a smoke break. If you're outside relaxing and someone sees you, you better get back to work. And I think that's a problem in the workforce, and it requires some communication. The non-smokers are affected by the smokers because when the smokers go outside to leave their stress behind, that workload they just left is now on the non-smokers. And that may cause the non-smokers to start smoking because either they want to break too, or they believe from the smokers that it's going to release their stress. And when some of their stress is caused by the smokers, leaving them all the work to do. The other excuse common in smokers is that I just feel like a cigarette. And I'm guilty of this one too. Sometimes after a big meal, or after I've finished doing a task, the thought of smoking a cigarette just sounds like a good idea. Maybe it's because my body associates getting a break and some fresh air with a cigarette. But whatever the case, the nicotine fit only lasts about 3 minutes. And it's going to go away whether you have a smoke or you don't. So for every possible reason you can think to make smoking sound good, I can promise you there are many more reasons that smoking is bad. The reasons I have suggested here today are reasons of reality, reasons of common sense. Look at how you affect others around you, not from a medical standpoint, but also from a short-term, logical point of view. Remember that quitting smoking is hard, but not quitting smoking is even harder. Mark Twain once said, "Quitting smoking is the easiest thing I've ever done. I have to know because I've done it 1,000 times." Right? Quitting smoking is hard, but it's not impossible, and you can do it. If you would like to receive any more information regarding any of these topics I went over, my sources are benefitsofsmoking.net, cancer.gov, soup101.com, and quitsmoking.com. Thank you.
What side do you fall under?